my dear Taurus. This is a love bonus reading for Libra season, 23rd of September to October 22nd, 2019, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This reading is sponsored by Billy Broadway, and since I am so grateful for the appreciation, I will really try to apply myself to do all the 12 signs this time around. This will be a love reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Also Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you this is you, it can as well be the person or the situation you're dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you, and it will be different for every person, and it can be different people being put here, like or them, your friend or your partner, your children, parents. Okay, so it's individual. You will recognize the person by you starting to think about them and putting them into relationship to what in relations to what I'm saying, and then you know this is that person. Okay, so I'm going to use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis, and I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open your deck here, I see Justice in the reverse with the Two of Coins. Okay, so it seems like you're dealing with some precarious situation where you're trying to determine what's right and what's wrong. Are you entitled to feel this way? Or are you wrong and you need to look into the other person's way of seeing things? So you're trying to kind of batter your head a little bit and trying to figure out, okay, so I feel like this, but am I rightfully feeling like this, or am I wrongfully feeling like this? It's something that makes you a little bit upset, and you maybe would want to speak out about it, but you don't know if you have the right on your side. Okay, so I call the divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Devil in the reverse with the Two of Coins in the reverse. So it seems like you want something out of this situation. Why you are acting so very conformed or domesticated, or not allowing yourself to be the person you are or say the things you want to say. You don't have to be rude with people, but if you can say, this is how I feel, this is how it looks from my point of view. I might be wrong, but this is how I have interpreted the situation. But here it's like you haven't really allowed yourself to even do that. It's all with you here. It's like a little bit of a secret. So people need to figure out, okay, so what's up with you? And you say, no, nothing's wrong, but clearly something is wrong. And as I said, it seems like you are trying to get something out of this situation. You are conforming yourself to the situation because you want to get something out of it. For example, we can conform ourselves to our spouse and do the things that they want, even though we don't want to do it, because we want to keep the marriage happy. We might conform to something our boss says because we want to keep our job. So it seems like you are tied to this situation with invisible chains or bonds. It's like you want a certain outcome, and you're trying to manipulate the outcome so you get the right outcome by keeping things that you really feel want, doesn't want, don't want, or don't like. You keep it a secret. Okay, so you don't tell anyone. You're carrying this burden all on your own. So I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have the Lovers in the reverse with the 5 of Wands. Yeah, it's kind of just that you are trying to avoid having a crisis. You don't want your heart broken, so you're trying to be lovable. You're trying to be like approachable or lovable, or being right so that people will love you. So I call the 6 elements, and here we see the 6 pentacles and the Lovers in the reverse, so 6, 6. So this is not a balanced situation. When you do this, when you conform yourself and keep half of yourself a secret because you want to be, it's like you want to be well raised, or you want to be proper, or you want to act in a way that is legit. You don't want to do a mistake or say something wrong or do something to be ashamed of. So it's like you're really trying to figure out what's the right thing to do from an universal perspective. But actually this is putting you in a position where you kind of overfunction. So it's like this. Let's say that I have a problem or a conflict with another person, and I think this person was rude towards me, but I'm sitting in my chamber and I'm thinking, oh, this person was really rude towards me. And another part of me is saying, but why are they really rude? Weren't it like this, that you actually, it was a mistake? They didn't really intend to say that. They mean it like this. It was just you that's a little bit too dramatic, so you saw it from the wrong perspective. And the other side of me is saying, but I really feel offended. I would like to say something to this person. And the other side of me say, well, maybe it's a little bit too late. Maybe it's a little bit inappropriate to come and say something now. So I'm taking responsibility for both sides in this argument, and never really giving the other person a chance to show who they are, or what would be their take on my broodery. So I could also call them and say, well, this other day when we met up, I'm sorry I didn't say anything then, but I felt afterwards that the thing that you said was a little bit rude, and it's from my perspective, and I want to hear your take on this. And the other person says, well, I felt a little bit angry, so actually I were a little bit rude, and I apologize. But what you had made me feel was this, and that's why I acted like this. And then I can say, well, I'm sorry for that. It didn't mean to offend you, but I'm glad we had this talk so we could sort it out. And you never give this person a chance to be a part of the equation, because you kind of carry everything on your own. So that's interesting. So 6 elements. Earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus viewers. So I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have 7 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Pentacles in the reversed. So spiritual challenges. Okay, so I want you to have love in your life and find yourself in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I think you have a lot of things going on in your head, Taurus, where you have arguments with people and they don't even know that they are in like an argument with you, and you never let them know that either. So it's a lot of things that makes you sad or offended, or you feel betrayed, or like disappointed or overwhelmed or whatever. But it's like you're carrying it all alone instead of inviting the person that it concerns. So you could take, entire relationship decisions on your own. You could just figure out your side and their side, and how rude they were and how they would react to this, and how they would, solve it or not solve it, and then decide, okay, so it's better that we are true. We don't have to be together anymore. The other person doesn't even have a say, because they were never part of this. It was a discussion that you carried all on your own. So, with that said, I will tune in to your reading for a few seconds. This is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords is Gemini, so it's much describing the situation I just, like the picture I just painted for you, how we accuse ourselves for doing wrong, and then we try to make it right, and then we accuse ourselves for the things, like how we try to make it right, or we accuse ourselves for not making a decision, and then when we make the decision, it was the wrong decision. Or we're accusing ourselves for have certain feelings and maybe trying to suffocate them and never tell a soul. So different things like this that's tormenting you a little bit. So maybe reaching out and get some help from, the people that really cares about you, and see their take on things. At least you could tell, like a third person, okay, it's a little bit gossipy, but maybe they can help you to approach the person it really concerns. And this was the old bottom of the deck, and it's a transformation with the Death card here, which is Scorpio. So this is something the divine would want you to change. So it has been going on for some while, this agenda where the divine is putting you in a particular situation where you need to decide if you're going to address the issue together with the other person or alone. So I think the divine is trying to push you to outside your comfort zone, so you will start to not have this, going on in your head, but actually, taking it out to the square. Like, this is how I felt. Standing up for yourself a little bit. Not betraying yourself by thinking that what you feel and what you think and what's your view on things is unnecessary. No one needs to know. It's like you are insignificant. And that's not true. So this is what's on your conscious mind about this other person or situation. And this is the situation itself. And this is what the other person or the other people are on their conscious mind about you. And this is your feelings towards them, the common energies or the bond between you, their feelings towards you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, the outcome. And this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we can take the situation first. And it's an ace of coins in reverse. So it's like an opportunity and something that never happened. You never took the opportunity to sort this out with this person. You never gave them the chance to tell them their side of things. It's like you already decided what they were going to think or feel, and you went with that. And you never found out the truth. So it's like a missed opportunity to getting to know another person, instead of just having a projected image of them, like this is how they likely are going to respond to this. You just decided. So it's a missed opportunity, we can say, to really get to know a person or to have a deeper relationship with them. So this is what's on your conscious mind about them. And we have a Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, it's like you're looking at them as a person that doesn't say the truth. And you're looking at them as a person that would fight your ideas or would go into conflict with you, that would think that you were wrong. You also think that they would it's like they don't have your back at all, but it's like they're letting you free fall in some way. That if you would say the wrong thing, you would be tossed out the street. Okay, so that's how much you mean to them in your mind, I might add. So you see them as a loose cannon, like a person that you can't say anything to. And then if you do, they will drop you like a hot coal or something. So you don't think that they are reliable or that they are trustworthy, and you think that they will judge you harshly and maybe a little bit juvenile, that they would just not even hear you out. So that might be the truth. It might have happened to you. So it's kind of the truth. And here we have what's on their conscious mind about you. So they kind of seem to have the same idea. Okay, they kind of seem to have the same idea. So it might be that you're dealing with an air sign or someone that's a little bit like logic and mental. And you try to, like, not mental in a like crazy mental, but like they are a person leaning towards their mental capacity and trusting that. So they think that you would not be loyal towards them, that you will easily drop the ball on them. If they say one wrong word, you will go home and you will brood on this, and then you will decide, no, I will drop this person. I will never talk or speak to them again. And they will feel that they never got a chance to defend themselves. So they feel like they are a hot potato. I said hot coal, but I think hot potato is the right. They feel like you are treating them like the hot potato. But it's actually you yourself you are attacking with this approach, because you think from the get-go that you are wrong and you are not entitled, you don't have the right to tell people how you feel. And therefore you are never giving them a chance to tell how they feel or think about the situation. So you just take these decisions on your own, that okay, so this person is like this, and you have decided this with your inner monologue, and then you drop them like a hot potato. So you have the same idea about each other. So it seems like this relationship has a weak bond because of this, but we'll see. Ace of Cups. So we have Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. This could be an amazing opportunity to get to know another person for real, or to maybe get to know a lot of different people for real, instead of just having this mask on with this conformity or this way of being domesticated or conditioned. You could be more authentic in your approaches to other people, but it's like you don't want to make a fool of yourself, or you don't want to show vulnerability. You don't want to offer them this, that, okay, so you actually were able to hurt me, and I am a vulnerable person, and this is how I felt. So you don't want to give them the chance because something bad might happen. But it seems like something bad has already happened when these people here, sometimes when two pages comes, it's twin flame relationship, and it seems like you're both hiding your vulnerability from each other and trying to be like heroes, carrying your whole life on your shoulders, not sharing your problems or your concerns, and just keeping on. And it's getting a very superficial relationship when we act like this. It's not getting any real depths. So this is your feelings for them, and we have a Queen of Rods in the reverse, so it seems like you're a little bit upset. Queen of Rods in the reverse, she's like, she's much like what I've described, like a person that's angry with someone but refuse to talk to them, or refuse to, sort it out. Might come with, comments, like, but comments that's not supposed to be, input in a discussion. It's just a comment that's supposed to stand for itself, so she can walk out the room when she have told this. I don't think you are rude like this, but I think that if you were left to do whatever you wanted and without consequences, this might be your reaction, because this is how you treat yourself. You treat yourself like this. You are kind of rude towards yourself. So if you would be left unattended without any idea of how we are supposed to act towards each other, you would probably be rather rude. If we didn't have any consequences, because you are rather rude against yourself. So there's an ounce of bitterness here when it comes to what you're feeling for them. You also turned away, and we can see that your little cat here is kind of pissed off. So that's your self-sufficientness, like your dignity, and your dignity has been irritated for some reason. So you're irritated with them. And I think you're keeping quiet with it, but it might, ooze off you like a little bit passive aggressiveness. Let's see. So this is their feelings towards you, and we have a Two of Cups in the reverse. So it shows that they also feel that you are not entirely on the same page, but they might not know why, because you probably didn't tell them. So you can have beef with people, and they will never ever know that you had this beef. They will just feel like an awkward vibration from your side of things. So with the Two of Cups in the reverse, they probably think that you are not particularly into them, and that there's something wrong with your relationship, something is off. They might not be able to pinpoint exactly why, but they feel like you don't have their back, and that you could drop them as like a hot potato. And I think you could, like, they are right with that. I don't know what happened between you since you turn your back towards each other like this. It's almost like a mirror that person is there, and the lighter person there. And here we have yellow also. Okay, so these are the lovers couple anyways, and they are not on the same page. I think because they didn't want to be vulnerable in front of each other, so they tried to act grown up and to not share dramatic emotions, or, we can have beliefs like, I believe I can't trust this person because I saw this and this and this. But we don't share this belief because maybe you are wrong, maybe you are right. We don't know. And we don't know if the other person is going to answer with truth and honesty. We can ask them, like, I believe that you did this. And they will say, no, I didn't. and they can still have done it. So it's like you have ruled them out. They are not important in this equation, because if you ask them, they might lie, or if you ask them, they might be so polite that they don't tell you the truth. If you do ask them, it can also become a conflict. So you do neither of these things, and instead the relationship just turns cold. Okay, it just turns cold. No one knows why. You know why, but you don't tell them. Okay. So, and this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, and we have a 9 of Cups. So this is a little bit double, because it shows that you kind of appreciate them. But with a 9, we want to be a little bit lonely. We don't want to have people like all up in our business. So I think you give, like, your face shows that you like them, that everything is okay. But we have seen with the cards here, everything is not okay. But you're acting very polite and nice and like a good host, or, you know, a good person would. Acting like everything is all right, that there's no cracks here behind this curtain. You have hidden a lot of things here, what you really feel and think, but you're acting nice enough, so you're acting nice towards them. But they have really figured you out anyways, it seems, because the vibes, I guess. So, and this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you, and we have the Fool here. So I feel like they might, like they feel the vibration, but you haven't said anything, so they assume that everything is all right. So this is almost like I'm seeing a scene with a husband coming home, and the wife is like this in the bed maybe, and she says, okay, how was your day? And it was beautiful, it was wonderful, I had a really nice day. And this person is like feeling like something is a little bit off, but asking maybe, so is something off, is something wrong? It seems like you're a little bit like angry, or I feel strange vibe. No, nothing is wrong. And the person is totally in oblivion. Like you leave this person being like the Fool because you don't tell them what's going on. Because if you tell them what's going on, maybe they won't tell you what's really going on. So I don't know what to do with this, but it's funny. So you don't want to be fooled, so you're fooling this other person. But I think you have the best intentions for each other. Like, no, neither of you have bad intentions. You just don't trust each other. That's what I'm seeing. You don't trust each other enough to share like intimate feelings or worries or love even. Like real love. And this is the outcome. And we have a Knight of Cups in the reversed. So it's like someone being very flickery in romance. Like one day they love, next day they don't. Love, not. So I think it's about trust. That if we don't trust the other person enough, we are not comfortable enough to show love. So we can show polite love, but not really closeness. And the day that person do or says like one thing too many that's wrong, then we are out the door. So this is not a stable situation. It's very, very precarious. It's like a house of cards. So what to do about this? I think we need to kind of risk ourselves being the Fool a little bit more. Risk ourselves and at least taking up the thing to the agenda, talking about it and trying to trust the person with what they say. Even if it's obvious that they lie, you can say that they are lying. But if you can't find any cracks in their story and you still feel like you can't trust them, either you need to choose either trust them or, go your separate ways. Because a good relationship needs to be based on trust, and there's no trust here. It's a lot of niceness, like people wants to be nice towards each other, but they don't trust the other person because they both feel a little bit like easily fooled, like they are being put here and people can do whatever, like crazy things, and I can't protect myself. So it's more like you're living in trenches, like you build when it's a war, you build like trenches like this, and you can have this shooting on each other but be safe. So you're trying to put yourself in a safe position, and you're not really shooting at each other. You're trying to love each other over this distance from the trench mills. so this is not ultimate. It could be like made in a better way, I think. Try to start to trust yourself, at least, that what you feel is, you're entitled to feel what you feel. So address the issue. And then it's kind of up to the other person how they deal with it. And then you need to deal with the aftermath. Maybe feeling ashamed and why in the earth did I say that? Yes, I know it was Queen of Cups told me I should be honest. And you can squirm and feel like very uncomfortable. But you will grow from it, and you will become like a lover that's more genuine and can be there for another person, even if like every sentence isn't right, and you can be a little bit more maybe forgiving in the future, and maybe also taking the time to get to know the other person instead of making assumptions. So you can become a better lover, like a better partner, if you would be a little bit more stable, self-love, self-trust, self-respect, and then work through whatever comes in the aftermath of this, because it's a reason to why you haven't acted with self-respect. Because when you were little, maybe someone, you told your mommy that I'm not comfortable wearing this, I don't want to have these clothes. And your mother says, well, I bought them, they were really expensive, and now you're wearing them. And there was a scene. So you learn that if I want something, I can't have it. I'm supposed to just conform, and whatever the other person wants is okay. And I need to deal with my objections inside myself, because no one else would listen. So you have taken some kind of decision like that, but you are grown up now, hopefully, so you can take a new decision. Okay, so what's going on with their hearts, these people here? Okay, so I think it's like so, in this order here, that this is you. And trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So when you accept what you feel, and also tell the other person how you feel, accept how they react, and accept how you react to their reactions, things is going to start to, it's like tick, 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 they're going to start to be put into the right place. So it's like you have hold your breath and try to make yourself insignificant or small, or try to not have certain reactions. I can't cry now, I can't show that I smile, it might be making me look too happy, and maybe they think I'm so into them then, and then they will be overwhelmed and they will run away. So try to just be whatever you are at that moment. So if you want to smile, you're smiling. If you cry, you cry. And become more authentic. Trust yourself. Trust your own inner guidance, because it's your own intuition letting you know how you feel. And if you always try to suffocate it, it's not ideal. Not for your health, not for your relationship, not for your... it's also hard for your soul to enter your body when you are not really truthful. And this is the energy between you. And we have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. That's really good news. I'm making an applause here. Love conquers and transforms all things. So you have love here, like you want to be nice people at least. I don't see any depth to this love because everyone is so shallow, but you want to be good people. You want to not hurt the other person, and you're trying to be the best version of yourself. It's just that you're suffocating the other half. Okay, and this is the other person. So they are kissing a tree here. So it's something with ancestors and karma and earlier lifetime. So they're trying to heal here. Give thanks for the blessing of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So how can we interpret that? I think that if you would open up to them, that will be a blessing. And they deserve to be heard. And they deserve to also be able to tell their heart's desires. You tell what your heart is saying. I'm hurt. They can say what their heart desires. I didn't want to hurt you. I want you to be happy, or whatever it is. So this what you are supposed to give them here with offering your heart. Here you haven't, but if you could turn this around, it would be a blessing, and it would deepen your relationship. So Try it out, or at least, you know, notice when you are suffocating yourself, when you are putting like a gag on yourself. No, don't tell that. Don't make a scene. So look at yourself, and eventually, naturally, you will start to change this, and you will be able to take conscious choices if you want to say something or not, because up till now I think this has been an unconscious thing going on, where you just automatically, because someone told you to shut up once, you're now shutting up for the rest of your life and dealing with all your issues on your own, which is making your relationship here a little bit shallow. Okay, so this reading was sponsored by Billy Broadway. That's a beautiful person that views my videos regularly. If I get the chance, and I will put some link towards his Facebook or YouTube pages or something, but I need to have his permission first. But so thanks to him, your reading came out a little bit earlier as well. And I'm so grateful for you, Taurus. You have been doing such a beautiful job with this self-work, and you're so beautiful, nice, and warm people. And I'm hearing a song. It actually came for one other. So it's this with the Rainbow Child. Maybe it came for like Cancer or something like that. I don't know. But thank you so much, and I will come back with a general reading for October in the mid-September. So until then, take really good care, and bye-bye.